have to apologize because this video was meant to be a story, but I just couldn't get it all into 60 seconds. It's finally time for some front yard solar. Let's get it popping. The plan is to have a solar panel right here in this corner, out of the way of the kids. Wire is gonna come here, and the hope is to figure out how to get it in here. But until then, I got a 50-foot 10 gauge cable, and I'm gonna send it in through here. Now the interesting thing is this window has plastic on it, but I'm gonna just figure it out and get it done. Same type of situation like I have in the back. I have to put a towel here, and then yeah. So here's my dilemma: Renogy 100 watt or HQST 100 watt. And I'm actually considering getting rid of these. I reached out to a local viewer and I was thinking about selling them to them. They haven't let me know yet. No rush, by the way, if you're watching this video. So which one do I put out here? I'm tempted to put this one out here because it takes up less space in terms of the lean. But I guess I could just turn this one sideways and then that'd be it. I don't know. We'll see which one I pick in a second. I'm gonna go with that one. The reason why is I like these on the back porch, upper and lower, because they're narrower and they don't protrude out as much. So yeah, HQST. All right, wires run. They're going into this window, but they're a little bit longer, so I just stretched them all the way here until I'm actually ready to deal with this window. I kind of overdid it with the length, but I'd rather have more room to move them around the yard than be tight right here and I can't move them anywhere else, because what if I need to cut grass or something like that. So instead of doing the 2 towel trick, what I did was, and this may not be perfect, but I put the towel in here and then through here I cut a hole in the towel, a small slit, and then I cut a small slit in the plastic. This is how much lanyard cable I have, so it's not even that much. So I'm glad I got 50 instead of 40, because that's not much at all. So that's what it looks like coming in. The wire is right on the floor. Now the question is which power station is gonna go here. I think I'm gonna go with something that shows the watts, because that's important. I don't have too many options. Maybe the Energizer or the Go Labs. Everything else does not have a watt reading, and I'm not moving the EcoFlow or the EB70, so I decided on the Go Labs. And it's pulling in 50 watts. That's why I want a better power station right here, because that 100 watt can probably put out about 75 to 80 depending on how it's angled. So you know, I have to apologize because this video was meant to be a story, but I just couldn't get it all into 60 seconds. So let me give you an update. I have the Go Labs right here, and I think the Energizer may be better suited right here. And this is why. The Go Labs is using maybe about 25 watts, which is why it shows 20 watts on there. It's a weird screen. It doesn't really, you know, it's a weird screen. It like does a net loss or something like that. If I put the Energizer right here, and it's not pulling enough solar, or the solar gets low, I can grab another power station because it has dual input charging, I think. Does it? Actually, I don't think it does. The Satechi does. Maybe I'll use the Satechi over here. Oh, the baby. Now the Satechi is only 240 watt hours. This one is 300. The Energizer is 320. But it has dual input. Let me tell you why that matters. All of these power stations that I mentioned can take in 60 watts. This TV burns about 40 to 50, you know, give or take. And the network terminal over here uses about 10. So if I find myself in a situation where the power is low, sometimes the TV turns off on my wife, and I've been trying to avoid having that happen. I can grab another power station which has USB-C out, plug it into the Satechi while it's getting like nominal or a small amount of solar, and then I could boost it, which almost makes a case for, what's this thing called? It's made by Big Blue. That Big Blue can take in solar at about, I think, 80 watts, and it can also take in USB-C off of 2 ports. Actually, I take all that back. The Big Blue has one fatal issue. Not fatal, but critical issue. It doesn't do AC while charging from solar anyway. So all of that stuff I talked about doesn't even apply to the Big Blue. You try to make stuff work, but companies just, they They do weird stuff.